It's 1882, and a railroad boss named Jay Gould has just pulled off one of the boldest financial heists in Wall Street's wild history. He's cornered the gold market, sending prices soaring, chaos spreading through the economy. But while everyone watches the drama, four titans, Carnegie, Rockefeller, Gould, and Morgan, are reshaping America's destiny. How did these ruthless, visionary tycoons build the richest economy the world had ever seen? Hang on, it's a ride you won't forget. First, meet the men who crafted the modern economy. Fierce, complex, and locked in a battle that defined an era of explosive growth. Andrew Carnegie transformed Pittsburgh's smoky skyline into an empire of steel mills and railroads. His secret wasn't just brute force production, but cutting-edge efficiency. He obsessed over squeezing costs so tightly he could underprice rivals and crush competition. By 1890, Carnegie Steel was the backbone of American infrastructure, powering factories, bridges, and ships. John D. Rockefeller's Standard Oil wasn't just about controlling oil fields and refineries. It was about controlling the entire pipeline. Imagine a giant octopus squeezing every rival with ruthless pricing and secret rebates from railroads. His monopoly tactics forced competitors to fold or sell, creating an unbroken chain of supply that made Rockefeller the richest man on earth. J.P. Morgan was a different beast, the suave banker weaving power behind mahogany desks. While others charged like bulls, Morgan brokered peace among feuding giants. He orchestrated mergers so smoothly it was like turning water into wine, transforming chaos into a stable, trustworthy market that attracted global investments and ensured American industry's dominance. These tycoons didn't just grow businesses. They rewrote the rules with speed, experimentation, and a thirst for domination few dared match. Jay Gould once tried to corner the gold market in 1869, sparking Black Friday. By buying and hoarding vast gold reserves, he forced prices so high they terrified Wall Street and the government. The gambit nearly triggered a crash, but his boldness revealed the brutal high stakes and speed at which these tycoons played, always pushing boundaries. Carnegie wasn't satisfied with just building steel mills. He imported the latest Bessemer converters from England, drastically slashing production time. His factories became laboratories of continuous improvement, like race cars fine-tuned mid-race. This obsession with technology and optimization squeezed massive productivity from his workforce, driving American industry ahead of the world. Rockefeller famously slashed his oil prices so aggressively it drove many refineries into bankruptcy. But this wasn't just price war madness. It was a calculated experiment in scale and scope. By relentlessly cutting costs and forcing suppliers to comply with his terms, he harnessed economies of scale to create a vertically integrated powerhouse no competitor could outmatch. Beneath the brutal battles, J.P. Morgan played the long game, binding vast empires into a trustworthy powerhouse the world could trust. During the Panic of 1893, when America's financial heart nearly stopped, J.P. Morgan stepped in and wired $62 million in gold to the U.S. Treasury to stabilize the dollar. Rather than charging ahead with brute force, he knew that protecting the system's trustworthiness was what really kept the industrial engine humming. He was America's business banker and crisis manager wrapped into one. Morgan pioneered the modern trust system, combining competing firms under centralized control. It was like assembling a symphony orchestra instead of a street brawl. These trusts tamed wild competition, reduced devastating price wars, and created predictable returns for investors and markets worldwide, turning fragmented industries into global juggernauts. The legacy, through their battles and alliances, these men built more than factories and railroads. They created an industrial middle class. The surge of goods, services, and jobs made possible a new America, one where widespread economic participation allowed millions to aspire higher than ever imagined before. Back to that gold market frenzy with Jay Gould. His wild gambit was just one page in this massive story of vision, battle, and transformation. These four titans didn't just make money, they built the engine of modern America. So next time you see skyscrapers or steel rails, remember, boldness, speed, and trust built it all. Try this, look for where your own tycoon energy can turn chaos into opportunity. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.